I just listened to a man, his name is David Banner, and he talked about he has morals. Well, I was taught to live by a code, and it's something similar to what he was saying. It's just certain things that we would not do, I would not do, and I wouldn't let nobody do that around me. And those of you who have sat by and idly let things happen, whether it be in the government, your family, on the streets, no matter what, there is a code that certain people live by. And when you don't have a code, then that makes you susceptible to anything, and you're like a beast roaming the forest. You don't care about how you treat a woman or a man or anything. You're a beast. You're not a human being. And this is what we have running around in the Oval Office, in the White House, taking over operations and organizations and people's positions that were human beings. But a beast, sometimes the only thing that you could do is correct that beast. But when human beings sit by and let things happen and don't do anything about it, that says something about you. Now, I wanted to get on here and I wanted to talk about Al Green because I'm going to make his name sing. I want to make you understand that people want to censor a man for being a man and sticking up for people that he respects. You may not respect because you've been bought and paid for. And that's all the way up to the highest offices in this land. I talked about people being Americans. You do a blanket call if you were born in America and say Americans and citizens, but you don't treat everybody like American citizen. Say, for instance, 1841, you enslave Indians. Say, for instance, you encourage European immigrants to come to this country and you give them 20 acres of land, free land, if they bring a male slave, and 10 acres if they bring a female slave. You tell me, where's the citizenship in that? And they tell you that they've amended the Constitution. But you amended? When did you say that an Indian and a black man is a human being? No exceptions. That they are a citizen, that they are American. And I'm saying all this to say that sometimes we believe in false ideals. We listen to a man who's been talking out of the side of his neck since he came here. He doesn't act like a human being sometimes. He acts like the beasts of the field. And he wants everybody to know that he's the king of the jungle. But the jungle sometimes will turn on a beast, an individual, or anything, because nothing trumps nature. Nothing trumps the highest life form in this universe, this system. But getting back to what I wanted to get back to is that we have bullies in the White House, and we have cowards in the legislature and the Supreme Court. Bought and paid for so that when they knew this man was going to win, he would already have everything he needs to start using a pen to dismantle this country, to destroy this country, because I can't see not one thing that his pen has done to enrich this country. I've seen it enrich billionaires. I've seen it turn friendly allies into foes. I've seen it, and I see the destruction that it is wreaking havoc on people's jobs. And let me tell you something, I don't feel sorry for none of y'all, because most of the time you could give a damn less about citizenship, Americanism, or anything when it comes down to a black man. But when you start feel the pains and the anger and the disrespect that a black man has faced for over 300-400 years here by your hands, then all of a sudden you ain't understanding mellow. You see, I came on here wanting to speak about something, and I want to mention this in passing, but Harriet Tubman, born in March, died in March. Okay? Now, I'm told she was died in 1913. She was born in 1822. And I'm taking a break to honor her, like I'm going to honor all my ancestors that I could think of and that I will be allowed to do, because you can't fit black history in 1 month, because it's world history. And I'm going to keep telling you that. When you have a situation as we are facing right now, and you stand idly by, like the Democrats did and are doing, and I want to know the names of those Democrats that signed for Al Green to be censored, because your coward ass is going to be blasted on this internet. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was willing to fight for this country. See, I believed in a lot of ideals and things like that. You know, hey, a sucker is born every minute. And I see how we treated. They're talking about Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, and VA benefits for people who don't need it and who's never served. And we gonna let that happen? Now, I might believe that ordinary people who never had to go through basic training, who never had to go through their specialty after basic training and then go to a unit, who might have been on alert 24 hours a day, 365 days out of the year, for 2 years, you better not be late for formation. You better not disrespect your officer. You understand? You give an order, you do it, or you go to jail. Now, I'm going to say something. They have enough cowards in the legislature, the Supreme Court, and the Oval Office. Let's not add to that number. When somebody takes something from you that you richly deserve, then you either have to take it back or suffer the consequences. I am not in no kind of way calling for any kind of physical or revolutionary taxes or anything else. All I'm saying is, if you take my loaf of bread, I have a right to take it back. Now, I'm going to cut off here for TikTok because they don't